Jay, I saw a video clip featuring Neo where he was responding to some backlash that he received from a recent interview where he was sharing his thoughts about the LGBTQ community and particularly children making decisions that they want to be one gender or another. And so my question to you is, when did this really become a thing where individuals can't freely express how they feel about something without it being policed? And, especially when it comes to that particular community. What are your thoughts on that?
I don't know. I think that's when other people started giving a damn about what other people thought about how their feelings. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's become a world where like we feel like we have to we have to sacrifice our integrity and how we feel in order to get a certain level of success. But when people used to, really create their own success, they never had to worry about the approval of anybody else. That was stuff that they told you when you had to go to jobs or, you going to court or you going to certain places, you got to dress a certain kind of way. You got to look a certain kind of way, in order to be accepted. But we started seeing, and, think about the 50 years of hip hop, started seeing the Russell Simmons of the world going into board meetings with Adidas on and a polo shirt and some jeans or whatever. And then going forward, other individuals started doing the same thing, started seeing like, we can, when we set ourselves up in a manner that we call the shots, you can't cancel me because I said what I said. You know what I'm saying? Or because I feel a certain way and I'm not supposed to tell you. People say anything they want to say about black people and black community and nothing happened to them. So if you say something about the Jewish community, nothing should happen to you. But as long as you need the Jewish community to feed you, then that's when there's a problem. You know what I'm saying? The LGBTQ community say anything about anybody. If somebody says something about the LGBTQ community, if you need them or something that they're controlling to feed you, then you start complying. When you self-made, or you self-contained within you and your unit, because nobody does anything on their own, but you and your unit is solid, and y'all set the tone, for how y'all eat, how y'all live, how y'all provide for y'all families. Y'all should be able to say whatever y'all want to say, long as you're not trying to hurt anybody. I don't think that you should try to hurt anybody. I don't think you should be trying to say nothing bad about nobody. Jewish people, LGBTQ, black, purple, Mexican, white. I'm not with all of that because I don't feel like you got to say anything bad about nobody to win. But if you're asked your opinion or you express your belief, it should be taken in and say, oh, okay. It's like saying I don't eat something. I don't eat pork. I shouldn't be maligned because I don't eat pork. Don't bring pork over by me. That's it. It's just called respect. So if I don't eat your brand of cooking. You know what I'm saying? I don't like this type of restaurant. So why would you be in the car together? Why would you say let's go to this restaurant if you know I don't eat it? This is what this is it. This is what this is like. But all this stuff is built off of falsehoods. You know what I'm saying? Like nobody's bothering the Jewish community. The people who bothering the Jewish community ain't those people down at the bottom. They just flexing. You know what I mean? People are bothering some people in the LGBTQ community, but a lot of people aren't. A lot of stuff is being created by them, because they're creating a lifestyle. They're making it up as they go. You know what? We tried to do something, people didn't like it. Now we're going to make that into a law. We're going to go ahead and lobby, make that into a law so we can do this whenever we feel like doing it. It ain't a thing. They're coming up with the shit as they go. And I'm for one not with all of that. Because all this, I'm not fighting you over who you want to screw. Because that's what makes you gay. Please, somebody tell me if that's something different. You know what I'm saying? If you're gay, it means because you want to screw a certain person. Somebody of the same sex. That's not my business. So what am I arguing with you about that for? What they got to do with my money? What they got to do with my business? What they got to do with anything that I'm doing? So I don't want to be caught in those conversations. That's what you do, though. Even if you were heterosexual, it's none of my business. If you want to identify as something, that's still none of my business. But you can't make me say something. You can't make me look at something that's green and tell me, and you want me to tell you it's blue. I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. Now you're making me delusional. I'm not joining your delusion. In the dictionary or in school, we were taught that they meant multiple people, not one. I got kids in school. I wish I might tell my damn kids that they means one person. That just don't make sense. So I'm not doing stuff that's not sensible. Because then I'm crazy. And I'm not going to be crazy for anybody. I don't care what you do. I'm happy for you. But nobody's bothering people as much at the level as everybody's saying. Ain't nobody been bothered more than the black damn man. Nobody. Even a black woman. They can say all they want to say, but ain't nobody been bothered more than the black man. And we complaining, but we ain't complaining the least. We're complaining the least. We complain the least out of Jewish people, Spanish people, LGBTQ, women. Nobody is more hunted and mistreated than black men, especially in this country. But I'll venture to say across the world. And we ain't yelling that loud about how we're being treated. So I don't really, it is what it is when it comes to everybody else. But everybody else, do what you do to make you happy. Just don't do something that's going to hurt somebody else. And the world should be great. Now, I know that's a long shot, but let's see if we can pull that off.